My next guest began his glittering career with his tribe of older brothers and his sister. When he's not crooning with the rest of his family, he's been known to bring a little sparkle to London's West End. But now, he's well and truly raised the stakes.
I think you were nervous, and that's why the words were not there. You tried very hard, you kind of went through it, and so it is like that. When the voice is tired, there's nothing else you can.
Can I do it again?
You did something with your hand, and it was sexy, dude. It was saying, if she wasn't here, I'd have you on the floor.
Oh, my
goodness. Please welcome Jimmy Osmond.
You had to show that.
Well, it was your big finish.
Yeah, that was so much fun, though.
Well, it was. The thing is, you're a great sport. I mean, it's great fun to watch. I mean, tricky last Friday because you were in the bottom two, so it's really all up to pay for, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I don't ever want to be in the bottom two again. That was so scary. But I did kind of let myself down. I knew the words. I rehearsed them, you know. And yet, right in the moment, you're thinking about how to replace the voice. And I flubbed the words, and it was all downhill from there. But I learned from it. I'm on to the next, singing a proper aria this time. I'm very excited.
So what are you singing? What are you singing then? What are we going to hear?
It's called Amor Ti Vieta.
It's easy for you to sing.
Yes, it's from Fedora.
Yeah.
And I really eat, sleeping, and drinking opera. I'm going to an opera tonight. And I think that's what's part of it. It's such an eye-opening experience, this whole world of opera, that I had no idea. There's so much emotion to it.
Well, that was the whole premise of the series, was introducing people who've never to opera, you know. Yeah. And, it does have actually good tunes in it. Not to train people to perform at the Met, but just to bring it out to people who'd never normally get it. What has interested me is that you are all performers, every last one of you in pop star to opera star, and yet the nerves of these people you've been in stadia with thousands.
My whole life I've performed since I was 3 years old. And it's like starting over. It's like riding a bicycle. I can ride a bicycle, but this is like riding a unicycle. I mean, it is so different. I mean, the placement and everything, and you want to do well for everybody, and so the nerves do get the best of you.
Now let's talk about this placement thing, because that's clearly what it is. It's been interesting watching, you know, the likes of Danny Jones from McFly and what they're being told. Don't go at the end. I remember Catherine Jenkins said to him, if you go at the end of every phrase, that means that you've got some breath left that you haven't used and you should have done.
Exactly.
It clearly comes as a result of a different technique altogether.
And there's like back breathing.
Pardon?
Well, you can breathe in your back and fill your lungs with so much more capacity. I wish I would have known that when I did Chicago, because you know that big note. And I almost got the record for the longest note. And now that I've had this new training, it's really cool, because after the show's over, I'm really going to take away from this something that's really going to help me.
In your normal everyday life of
you
singing,
need to do the show.
I'm presenting.
Don't you think he'd be great? Volare, come on. Oh, come on. No, open your mouth really big. Fill your air. Back breathe.
I can't front breathe.
Open your mouth so you can see that little punching bag. And behind the punching bag, there's a space. Ah! Right there, sorry. Try it. Push right there. Yeah, I think you should go on. Don't you?
Oh, that's probably enough. But when you do... Oh, actually, I feel quite lightheaded.
And, you know, that's the thing, too, is you're breathing so much air, you do get lightheaded, and it's kind of a cool feeling. It really is.
There must be, therefore, presumably in this kind of singing, greater exhilaration.
There is. And you know what? One thing that I'm kind of used to, you know, growing up the old Hollywood way, is, you know, when you perform, you kind of work a room, you look at people or whatever. It's nothing like that. You have to sing from the inside out. And so they've told me this week, forget all that training, Jimmy. Just put your hands behind your back and sell the song from within. And that's a lot harder than it sounds.
We'll see if it works.
Oh, I hope it does. I'm excited. I really am.
Looking back on those early days, so young. Was it 11 when you did Long-Haired Lover, I think, from Liverpool?
No, I was about 9, I think it was, yeah.
Still.
But I started singing in Japanese, oddly enough, when I was 5 years old.
Can you remember
My first song was Chichana Koibito. and which means my little darling in Japanese.
Can you sing it then?
Boku wa kimi o, kimi wa boku o hontou ni tsuki to kanjite ita ne.
You're halfway there to pop star, opera star, really.
But did you notice I started singing versus my normal pop voice is in the back of your throat. And it was funny, I went to perform with my brothers over Christmas, and I had a couple weeks of this training. I couldn't sing our normal stuff.
Oh.
And so it was like, wow, that's okay. I'm over that. Let's move on to the next.
Would you like to come with me, boys? We're going to do Aida next week. Wells Court.
And my brothers and my sister are so cool. My sister was so helpful.
Yeah.
She's actually been trained to sing like this. And over Christmas, we were just shattering the balls off the Christmas tree. I mean, it was so much fun.
So, Jimmy and Marie Osmond in La Boheme is not as far away as you might think it is.
Well, she could for sure do it. And I am just loving this challenge. And, you know, we're all pulling for each other. It is a competition.
Is there a good team feel to it?
But there is. And, you know, when one of us go, it's one of those things that we're all sick about it because it's about watching someone's personal progress. Some people may sing better than others, but it's how far you've come from where you started. And for me, that's what it's all about. That's why I'm here. I'm in a good place with it, I think.
Well, we stay in a good place. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you so much, and thanks for all the support. What I love about the British public is they reward a good performance, no matter who you are. And so thank you so much for the support you've given me.
We look forward to it. Pop Star to Opera Star tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on ITV1, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy Osmond.
Thank you.
You call Johnny again. Still to come on Thursdays.